That came from me. Stop taking your leaders for granted, because when you get in trouble, what do? Then you run to them and you want them to fix your problem. So what they did was they complained. God started killing them. Then they cried out to Moses. Moses cried out to God. God had mercy on the people. Now, as you continue to go down in the verses, the next one, we're back at 1. We're up at 1. What began to happen after they complained, and then God began to kill them, and then Moses turned around and he decided that, hey, God, have mercy. God began to have mercy. In verse 2, verse 3. No, verse 4 is where I want to be. It says, Siri, don't you start. And it says, the mixed multitude was among them, fell a-lusting. M-I-X-T. The mixed multitude. I went and looked up that word, and that word meant a rabble, a disorderly crowd, a mob. Got in the midst and began to stir up the people. Stir them up, stir them up, stir them up. That's what your fleshly nature does. Your fleshly nature is just like that rabble. Gets in the midst of what God is trying to do to you, and it begins to stir you up to where you start mumbling and complaining. Look, they complained and they whined. God killed off a bunch of them in verse 1. Here it is. It's just verse 4. Now you complaining again. If God was just to go poof and then this table and this table is gone, I think I'm going to learn something from that. All y'all sitting there burnt. They didn't learn. This mixed crowd, this mixed mob that they had in the midst, that's why you shouldn't be hanging with mixed company. If they're not like God, then you got to let them go. But this mob in the midst of them began to stir them up, and then they begin to whine, and then they begin to complain again. You know what? We had it better in Egypt.